What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary reaction video. Let's go.
There was an idea called the Avengers Initiative. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more.
Patrick Green, Larry Bird, Scotty Pippen, Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, Clyde Drexler, Michael Jordan.
Score of 127 to 80. 116.
Dang. 116 to 48. They going outside, boy. They going outside.
117 to 85.
Dang.
With the Olympics quickly approaching, there's been a lot of debate about the best basketball team in USA history. And I'd say for the majority of fans, including myself, it is obviously the '92 Dream Team. Some fans might pick the '08 team, the 2012 team, even Dream Team 2. And wherever you fall in this debate, here's one thing we can all agree on. This current team in 2024 is nowhere near the best USA basketball team ever assembled.
Comment down below, family, if you agree that this 2024 team is nothing compared to those teams of '08 or back in Larry Bird and the Dream Team type.
This is the best collection of talent in Team USA history.
Lies.
They're better. The basketball is so much better now than it's ever been.
Disagree.
This American team is better than the original Dream Team from 1992.
Those clips right there were absolutely damning. And once again show the NBA media, they're so overreactive and childlike when it comes to...
Don't get me wrong, though. This Team USA in 2024, you got a lot of shooters. Dream Team, not so much. They wasn't chucking up threes like that. Put it like that.
modern NBA, as quite literally everything has to be the greatest, the best, the most dominant, or the most influential. Now, when talking about USA basketball, like I stated earlier, the '92 Dream Team by far is the greatest team ever assembled. As when it came to the '92 Olympics, they didn't just win gold, they sent a message to the entire world, as versus their opponents won by an average of 43.8 points per game, and throughout the entire Olympics called a total of 0 timeouts. And yes, this team top to bottom, they were stacked, and they were heavy favorites. But going into those Olympics, they had tons of pressure, not just to win, but to beat teams by 40, 50 points every single night. And unfortunately for the rest of the world, the Dream Team, they upheld the standard of USA basketball dominance, as versus Angola, won by 68, Puerto Rico, 51, and Germany.
You heard Charles Barkley. He said Angola, whoever they is, look, they better be aware and be prepared for this threat of the Dream Team. You heard him.
43.
I'll open up an $8 billion can of whoop ass and serve it to you, and that's all I got to say about that.
Dang. Bro, I keep seeing these presidential ads all over the place, bro. Ever since she announced that she was gonna win, bro, I know this is a little bit off top. I mean, she was gonna run, not win. Ever since she announced she was gonna run, these ads been going crazy with her face all over the place.
The Dream Team from Game 1 to Game 8, they didn't sleepwalk, didn't mess around, and play with their food. As they didn't allow a single country, a single team, to gain a tiny bit of confidence or a sliver of hope. And when you're a great team, a great dynasty, have so much talent, that's what you have to do. Winning by 5, 10, 15 points, it isn't enough. And looking at the current team in 2024, a kind of similar standard to beat every team convincingly. As coming to the Olympics, they've been dubbed the USA Avengers. And so far in exhibition play, there's been a couple of moments, a couple of games, where you're holding your breath down the stretch. First off, versus Australia, it was a 6-point game in the fourth quarter with about 2.5 minutes left. It was a toss-up game in that moment. And of course, USA, they still pulled it out. Now, their most recent game versus South Sudan...
I ain't gonna lie. Compared to Dream Team to 2024 Team USA right now, they be having some nail-biting games, like down to the needle of just pulling through the win. Like,
a nail-biter down to the wire.
told you.
And if South Sudan makes the bank shot late, they win this game and pull the biggest upset in Olympic history. This game versus South Sudan, I hope, is a massive wake-up call to the coaching staff, the players, and especially USA basketball fans. As conjured to popular belief, you can't just get the best players, the biggest names.
And you gotta give Sudan his credit, man, because they came to play. I think Laurel Dang is from there, and he invested in their league down there. But no one was really checking for Sudan. But they came with a lot of courage, and you got to give them the credit with the competitiveness. You know what I'm saying?
Ball out there and win by 30. And if you're looking at Team USA's schedule, you would have said South Sudan. That's the one game they're going to blow a team out by 30, 40 points, and really it's going to be a cakewalk and a breeze. And of course, it wasn't. USA in this game at halftime did it by 14 points. They had to fight and claw back to win by 1 point late in the game.
What is going on? And where's Andy? And what is going on?
Being 43-point favorites and winning by 1 point, that is a massive disappointment. I don't care what anyone says. And it once again highlights the Dream Team. They were massive favorites every game by 30, 40 points on a nightly basis. And what did they do? Delivered every single time, winning by 40, 50, even 60.
Facts.
And before I forget, give South Sudan tremendous props.
Got
They
you.
didn't roll over, quit, and just say, we'll take this L in the chin. They showed up, they competed, and they played hard. And looking at their roster, a couple of NBA bench players, G League guys, college starters. I mean, they have some guys you recognize, know their names, from college or the pros. But this team, by all accounts, shouldn't be losing by 1 point to the United States. And a lot of fans who are shocked by this game, making some big-time excuses. Well, it was an exhibition game, it doesn't count. It's not the real Olympics yet. Look, if you're playing basketball, have USA cross your chest, representing the country, you gotta win every game and win it
You gotta
convincingly.
put it on the line. USA strong, man.
And if you're playing South Sudan, it's a 30-point win in your sleep. At least it should be. And also, one of the big-time excuses of the current-day USA team is that, well, the world nowadays is so much better. And look, that is true.
It is true.
But you're playing South Sudan, your 43-point favorites. Out of the entire world, the best teams in the world, South Sudan is far from a juggernaut. And this dud versus South Sudan, ends all the talks of being better than the Dream Team or on that level of historic dominance for USA. As looking at this game versus South Sudan, of course, down by 14 at the half, but for the entire game, allowed 100 points. Team USA back in '92, the most points they allowed was 85 versus Croatia, and again they won by 32 points.
Dang.
Now in the game versus Croatia, here's their opponents. Drazen Petrovic, Dino Raja, and Toni Kukoc. 3 guys who are Hall of Famers and great NBA players. Looking at South Sudan, again, give them props. But the guys on the roster are the best scorers in this game. It was Shayok, Carlik Jones, and JT Thor. And one last thing I will say about this game. Yes, USA, they won, they pulled it out. But in terms of morale perspective, it felt like a loss. And making a cross-era comparison, imagine if the Dream Team back...
I ain't gonna lie. It is getting better international-wise, and South Sudan is sort of putting himself on the map, like I said, with the benefit of Lloyd Dang coming from out of there, I believe, and, investing in the team with his own money. You got to give him credit, bro. They came out to play. They hung their heads high. And they shocked the world, bro, playing against Team USA and how close that was.
only beat Angola by 5 points. That is the equivalent of what happened tonight, beating South Sudan by 1. Now, the last point I will make is pretty simple, and I've been saying it for the longest time. When it comes to the NBA media, the pundits, the so-called experts, their analysis of basketball is pretty simple and rudimentary. They look at a team's roster, their names, see superstars, all-stars, good role players, and immediately say this team, they're winning a championship, they're winning gold, they're going to dominate in all facets. Case in point, the Brooklyn Nets in the early 2020s. Had KD, Harden, Kyrie.
That team chemistry just couldn't get it together, bro. And Kyrie wanted out.
And were hyped up as a dynasty before a single game was played. Even worse than that, LeBron, AD, and Russ,
And then AD and LeBron wanted Russ out. I feel like Russ is going to be a great fit for the Nuggets. Comment down below how you feel. I think Russ just need a ring, man. I mean, I heard what's his name? Um, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. No, Undisputed. Skip. Skip never was really fond of Westbrook. You know, he feel like he was a stats racer. I don't know how you guys feel about Westbrook being a stat racer, worrying about just points. I do believe that Russell Westbrook was never really a point guard. He grew into that position, but he wasn't really that. But and then look how when they had started Westbrook over, I forgot who they started Westbrook. I mean, who they started Westbrook over on the Clippers. No, I don't think it was on the Clippers. I don't remember. I can understand James Harden starting over Westbrook, but it was someone else starting over Westbrook that wasn't big as James Harden. I forgot. Um, but anyway, AD and LeBron wanted Westbrook out. Feel like Westbrook would sort of play his role. Feel like he changed the trajectory of his mindset. You know, willing to fit in wherever he fits in and not really having that stat chasing mindset no more. I feel like he's going to be just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Nuggets got rid of KCP, but he'll still fit in that role as like a mentor, the same way Rondo fit in with the Lakers to win the championship, mentoring guys and so forth and coming off the bench or whatever the case may be. Um, but yeah, the guy sort of brought some value when it came to the Wizards. Nobody was checking for the Wizards when they put him on the Wizards. Um, and yeah, man, I forgot who they started. Who started over Westbrook? It's bothering me. Over Russell Westbrook started. I don't remember. Because I know obviously he went to the OKC, he went to the Wizards, he went to the Rockets, um, and then he went to the Wizards, then he went to the Lakers, then he went to the Clippers. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe I don't remember. But let's continue, fam. Sorry.
Lock for a championship and a lock to win 70 games. Then, of course, James Harden, Joel Embiid, the quote-unquote best duo since Shaq and Kobe. And quite possibly the biggest failure, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, the quote-unquote kings of Los Angeles. All those teams to varying degrees were hyped up to the moon and came crashing back down to reality once the season ended. When I look at Team USA in 2024, I think they're massively overrated and give out the vibe of a paper champion off sheer name value and star power. And when it comes to guys like Nick Wright, Colin Coward, the usual suspects, saying the 2014 is better than the 92 team, those guys are stuck in the present and can't see past that. Which is kind of ironic, those guys, they say old school fans are stuck on nostalgia, they're stuck in the 90s, the 80s.
I don't know. I feel like the current NBA is more focused on optics and political standpoint rather than the stats and the facts of the players and not just names. Comment down below. Comment down below if y'all agree, family.
Overrate the present, overhype the present, and get let down routinely. So that right there is the end of the video. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
I don't know. Comment down below, family. What teams did Russell Westbrook? Because I'm stuck on that. What teams did Russell Westbrook be a starter on? And what team was not a starter on? I don't know. I don't remember what team I think it was the Rockets. He was benched. They started somebody or nobody over him or something like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Spread that peace, love, and positivity. Peace, family.